What's up, everybody? It's another day and another chance for a win, and appreciate everybody that watches these and gives us the feedback. Today what I want to talk about, this week we had the death of Tom Petty. And you know, whether or not you're a Tom Petty fan, just listen in here because this may have something to do with you. But there's this kid that goes to our school, really cool kid. He's got a little different outlook on life as far as music and things like that. He walked in the office the day that Tom Petty died, and he had on a Tom Petty t-shirt, you know, like a real shirt. And I said, man, that's a really cool shirt. We got to talking about Tom Petty. I'm not a huge Tom Petty fan, but I like, you know, about 4 or 5 of his songs that I know. So I asked this kid, I said, what's your favorite Tom Petty song? And so we got to talking about different Tom Petty songs. And in the course of that, Runnin' Down a Dream got thrown out, which is, you know, one of Tom Petty's more famous songs. Of course, Free Fallin', American Girl, he's had a lot of really good songs, but Runnin' Down a Dream. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, you know, with Tom Petty passing this week. If you've ever been around somebody who had that mentality of running down a dream, I coached for years and years and years, and I could rattle off, you know, a dozen or so kids who every day they got up, every day they're going to the gym, every day they're, you know, it's just like they're obsessed with getting better, you know. And to see that, to watch that is really a sight to behold. But I'll give you an example in my own life where I saw this outside of basketball. I went through officer candidate school when I was probably about 28 years old. And I got out there, and a lot of the people that go through officer candidate school are just right out of college, because the Marine Corps, unlike the other 3 branches of the military, they don't have their own academy like where people go to college there. What the Marines do is they recruit college graduates. And so these guys, a lot of these guys are like 23, 24, you know, and then I was a little bit older than they were. So we get out there, and everybody that's there is quote unquote somebody. You know, like we've all graduated college, we've all kind of started a career. There were guys out there that one guy was a track star at LSU. This guy was an amazing runner. This other guy was a football player in Maryland. This other guy was like a Rhodes Scholar. This other guy was a lawyer, etc., etc. Like everybody out there is kind of on their way to being somebody. That's why the Marine Corps recruited them to go through officer school. So I get out there, and I think that I'm a hard worker, and I think I'm focused, and I think I'm dedicated. And back to the point of running down a dream. There's a guy that slept in the bed right next to me. This guy's name was Brian Hine. And Brian was from Syracuse, New York. He was an attorney. He was going through officer school to be a JAG attorney with the Marine Corps. And everything we would do was so serious out there. But every now and then, you might get like a little minute between drills or something where you could cut up. And for me, you know, being that focused and that intense for 15, 16 hours a day was really hard. But I'd catch myself wanting to cut up or kind of look at the guy next to me in line and be like, whew, man, I'm tired, or something like that. But if you ever looked at Brian, or you were ever doing anything in that line, Brian was so focused. He was so serious. He was so disciplined. It was almost like, look, I'm not out here to make friends. I'm not out here to cut up. I'm out here for this one reason. He had this in his mind. He was running down a dream. And so, you know, I haven't talked to Brian in years. When we got out of there, we stayed in touch for a little bit. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I guarantee whatever he's doing, he's really good at it. Because, you know, just to have that kind of focus, you know, again, coming from somebody who at that point in my life, I had accomplished, you know, a pretty good amount of things already. I thought I was disciplined or whatever, and then to see this other guy and just go, wow, David, you ain't on his level. Like, this guy is like, he is driven, you know. And so think about that as you go through your day. I don't think it's possible to maintain that for, you know, years and years and years. You know, everybody's got to, you know, let go a little bit. And Brian would do that when it was time to do that. But, I mean, between the lines, that guy was so focused. He really inspired me. And so anyway, think about that today while you're at your job. Students who watch this while you're in class, while you're at practice. We talked about this before. When you're there, when you're where you're at, be where you're at. Be doing what you're supposed to be doing. And, like Brian Hine, man, be focused. I mean, like a laser. That guy was so focused, he was running down a dream. And so that was my attempt to tie those things together. Maybe I did a good job, maybe I didn't. But check out the website. There's a new feature on the website. There's a news page on the front. It's got all kinds of educational stories for teachers. It's got things on there for coaches, parents, like different links, different stories that you might find helpful, to you today. So everybody have a good day. Make it a win. Check out the website. If you like this, share it. JWT.